Hi everybody, happy Monday. It is I, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Seavey. Welcome. It is Monday, and today is the mechanics of songwriting and production. And for those of you who have never been here before and just stumbled onto our YouTube page, what we do on the mechanics of songwriting is we look at top Billboard charted songs, ones that have millions of views or hits, and are in heavy rotation either on radio, on music platforms like Pandora and things like that, iHeartRadio, all the music platforms, and we listen. We take a song, we analyze it, we look at it, we kind of take it apart, and we ask ourselves, what makes a hit song a hit song? That's like the whole thing about the mechanics of songwriting. Why is this song such a big hit? And maybe this one, even though it's on Billboard, it's not quite as big as this song. So you get that a lot, like even today for me, like I was listening most of the weekend I watch these YouTube videos, and these YouTube videos are like all the 120 top songs on Billboard. And I did that with pop and with like new music and R&B and hip hop and alternative and like rock top 50 or 60. So that was a lot of listening, and they only play snippets of like the choruses. So back to back to back to back to back. There's no commercials. Like you go from one little piece of the chorus to the next, to the next, to the next. And, when something really jumps out, I go, wow, that's really cool. Let me pause that and see who that was. Because sometimes I don't know who it is. So like I have to go, move the timeline back a little bit to find out what that song was, and then I'll look it up and go, oh, that's really cool, I like that, and then I'll like narrow it down to maybe 5 or 6 songs. Now there was so many good songs, so many great songs that I listened to over this weekend that it was really hard to even come down with one that I thought was like really good. But guess what? That just means we have more in the tank for the following Mondays, because some of those are really good. Now, what do we do when we evaluate, or not evaluate, but we look at these and analyze them in a way? We listen to the tempo, we listen to the production, we listen to the lyrics, the beats per minute. Is it dancey? Is it more something that you would listen to, or is it something you would dance to, or you would play at a party to create like a really great atmosphere? Pop music has so many different, or like, hit chart songs. Some of them are very, you have ballads where, you just want to listen, and listen to the words. And then other songs are very production oriented. So there's a lot of stuff going on, bells and whistles in the song. There's always like every couple of seconds there's something new to capture your attention. But the song I picked today was a song written by Ed Sheeran and a girl named Ella Mai, which I don't know her, but they collaborated on this song, and it's called Put It All On Me. It was written by both of them, and then it was produced by another guy, a producer that works with Ed Sheeran. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but so, I guess Ed probably wrote it on guitar, and wrote and then him and the girl wrote the lyrics together because it was going to be a collaboration. They were both going to sing it. They wrote it with the intention of them doing it as a collaborative song, like a duet almost. And then once like the chords and the melodies flushed out, that doesn't constitute production. Like when I write a song, or when we write a song in class, once I write it, like I'll come up with the piano chords or guitar chords, and then the melody, that's just writing the song. That has nothing to do with the production. So like Ed Sheeran in this case, I'm sure he wrote the song maybe on guitar because he's a guitar player. And he's he's known as a singer-songwriter, so when he writes stuff, I'm sure it's a lot of times on guitar. But his songs have a lot of production in them, so I'm sure that when he hands the song over to the person that he's working with in the studio, the producer, that person's probably a multi-instrumentalist who can play lots of different instruments. That's what most producers do. So I'm sure they kind of bang it out like, all right, maybe we should put this kind of instrument in there. It's not like going to be like a piano song or a guitar song necessarily. It's, you're using the sounds that a lot of people use in pop music, which are, whatever every decade you can hear production elements that are similar in songs, and especially in pop music. But anyway, the song, like I said, is called Put It All On Me, and it's a really, really good song. I really like the song a lot. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to play you I'm going to play you a piece of the chorus. I'm going to play you the whole song. I'm just going to play you the whole song. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to turn my camera around. Okay.
I don't know why, but I'm feeling low. Happened again, and I want you to know, having my woman there is good for my soul. I try to be strong, but I got demons. So can I lean on you? I need a strong heart and a soft touch, and you're the one when I want love. It's you and only you who can be taking away the shit that I go through each and every day. When I'm alone with you, you make it better again, yeah. Your arms are where I wanna remain. Catch my hand, she starts to say, hey baby, we can dance slowly. My darling, I'll be all you need. I know it hasn't been your day, oh we so put it all on me. Oh my darling, put your bodies on me. Can't judge because I feel the same thing. And I'm here for whenever you need to put it all on me.
Find it hard to say the words, but some shit don't need an explanation, baby. I try to be strong, but I got demons. So can I lean on you? I need a strong heart and a soft touch, and you're the one when I won't love. It's you and only you that can be taking away the shit that I go through each and every day. Baby, I can't wait. In love with all your ways, your arms are where I wanna remain. Grab my waist when I start to say no.
Hey baby, we can dance slowly. My darling, I'll be all you need. I know it hasn't been your day, oh we so put it all on me. Oh my darling, put your worries on me. Can't judge it cause I feel the same thing. And I'm living for whenever you need to put it all on me.
All right, so that's the whole song. I hope you guys like that song. I think it's a great song. I personally think it's a really, really great song. And I picked it because it does have elements of production, but it's also got great words. I love the melody. The melody's great, and the tempo's really good. It's almost like you could dance to it, but you can listen to it and just sit down and listen to it as well. I love that, Ed Sheeran writes things that make you think, but at the same time works with people producers that want to make you kind of move. And the tempo is kind of interesting enough that you could like actually groove to it. You know, if you're not just outright dancing, you could just, like walk to it, and like the pace is good. It's like it's kind of got a shuffle to it, and Ella Mai's voice is really good. She's got a great voice, and the words they're wonderful. I like the producer, and I like what he did with the song. He didn't step on it too much. He took the he took the essence of what Ed and Ella wrote, and just didn't try to convolute it with too much bells and whistles, which it doesn't need, because the content is very strong. Like the lyrics are strong, the melody's strong, and not to take away from like pop music with lots of production elements, but like this song doesn't need a lot of icing on this cake. It doesn't need a lot of it. It's like it already is very strong in itself. Just the storyline and the lyrics and the hooks, and I liked how he like would repeat one word over and over and over. It almost sound like a record skip. How like the like he would say that one line and it would stutter like that. I thought that was really creative. And see, that's like taking something and making it a little more interesting, with production elements. It's not detracting from it by putting too many things in. That's the thing sometimes. After a song is written, the hardest part is like how to produce it, and not to step all over it, but to let the song be itself and breathe. But you got to know what a lot of it depends on what the artist wants, and I'm sure Ed Sheeran has a lot of input into how he wants the final product to come out, even though he's working with a producer. And, a lot of times when you're an artist and you're working with a producer, you got to trust them enough to bring out, don't try to control everything that they do, because that's what they're good at, so you have to kind of put your faith into people, hopefully that they'll see your vision, or they understand what you're trying to do with your song, and put it out there, and it appeals to a wide range of people. It's not just like for, limited audiences. Again, we look at songs, we break them down by their components, by their tempo, by the melody, by the production value, the arrangement, so all of those things make a song what it is, It takes a lot of people to create this thing, at the moment it's 3 people. It's the producer that he was working with. I forget the guy's name. I could look it up, but it would take me a minute. It would take me away from you guys for a minute. Fred Gibson is his name. The producer's name is Fred Gibson, and he played all the instruments on it. So there you have it. All right, guys, that is all the time I have tonight. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about this on the Tuesdays. I do the Zoom classes live with you guys. So tell me what you think about the song. Tell me some ideas of songs that you would like me to review on the mechanics of songwriting, and I will do that. I will love to do that. And tell me why that you think that song should be, featured on my YouTube Monday segment, the mechanics of songwriting, and we'll definitely look into that. Tomorrow's going to be a voice class, of course, on the Tuesday Zoom class. But before we even start doing the actual vocal class, let's talk about the Mondays and what you guys thought about the song, what you'd like to hear yourselves, and we'll discuss it. We'll have like a discussion panel. It'll be great. All right, guys, I love you, I miss you, and I hope everybody's doing wonderful. This is your songwriting partner and your co-producer, Joe Seavey, signing off, saying I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night, sleep well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.